This is the book of Psalm, chapter 51, beginning at verse 6. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom. Shalom, shalom, Akim. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Chakorash, and double honor to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule and who teach well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the hopeful elect Waqwa who are listening in truth and in sincerity. All right, I am the brother Gabar Allah coming at you out of California, Los Angeles. All right, and this lesson is going to be uh, entitled or pretty much pain makes you stronger, to that sort of extent. Now, there's a lot of things, all right, that go into this, pretty much. But I just want to make a quick lesson because, through the spirit I was searching up, just does pain make you stronger? Stuff like that through the spirit. I just wanted to see what Google, may have brought up. And through the spirit, I was reading Psalms earlier. All right. Specifically Psalm 51. Okay, and it kind of just linked together through the spirit. So I want to read to you this AI mode overview. All right, and I just put pain make you stronger, and it says physical versus emotional pain. All right, it says physical strength. In context like weightlifting, pain is a byproduct of muscle micro tears. When these fibers repair anabolism, the muscle grows stronger. However, pain from injury or chronic conditions like a broken bone can be devastating and require medical attention. Now, I always go through this in my camps. I always say, pain makes you stronger, and when you hit the gym, all right, you go to failure or whatever, to the point where your muscles can't lift up the weight anymore. Okay, pretty much that's you tearing down your muscles, all right, and you pretty much feed, you feed your muscles protein and the necessary fats and the good fats and you give your body the carbohydrates it needs and stuff like that. All right, it repairs your muscle and becomes even stronger. That's why your muscles get bigger. All right, well, Yahweh Shemi Shai does that for us in the spirit, you know, to the point where we pretty much, get broken down, so to speak, okay, so that the Lord can build us back up. You see? All right, and that happens, over the course of, you know, years, months. Yahweh Shemi Shai can, He has mercy upon us, so He doesn't make us go through, as the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing. Actually, I'll just grab it. Okay. No, this is the book of First Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able. Right? You see, so the Lord isn't going to give you something that you can't handle. You see? Because the Lord knows all of our spirits, the Lord knows all of our limits, what'll completely break us down and what'll, you know, break us down enough to the point where we can recover from it. You see? Now that the Lord does that through heartbreak, He does it through lost family members, lost loved ones, she even lost pets, man. You see, the Lord can make all of this happen, because the Lord knows what we emotionally attach to, okay, and especially if you're giving these things more attention than Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the Lord gonna purge that shit out, man. You best believe that, and you should be happy. You see, because after He does it, so to speak, during the time it doesn't seem joyous, as the scriptures say, I believe in the book of Romans. No chastising for the present time seemeth joyous, but afterward, yieldeth a peaceable fruit, roughly paraphrasing. You see, so these things don't necessarily feel good, when you're going through it, right? But ultimately these are necessaries. Just like your muscle needs to recover, your spirit, you got to feed your spirit these living waters, so that it can grow. You see? Because if you just, if the Lord is breaking down, if you go to the gym and you're not getting enough protein in, if you're not feeding your body the proper, nutrition it needs to grow, your body's not going to grow. Matter of fact, you're going to be worse, you know, might as well not even go to the damn gym. You see? Because your body's just going to be broken down and there's going to be no muscle, no nutrition to feed it. Likewise in the spirit, if once your spirit gets broken down, that should be the time where you're most indulging in this truth. You see, and obviously you should be indulging in it more than ever. All the time you should be indulging in this ministry. But when your spirit gets broken down, that's when you gotta really put the pedal to the metal and show the Lord that, look, I'm fucked up right now and I'm still showing you faith. You see? And that takes true faith, that takes true discipline, true hard work, true reverence to Yahweh Shem Shai in order to do. You see? And it reads, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape that you may be able to bear, right? So the Lord is not going to give us more than we can handle. You see, the Lord is He's merciful. Okay. The scriptures say it time and time again that the Lord is merciful. You see? So it's all through the Spirit, man. I'm gonna go back to this article real quick. All right, because it mentions something. Okay. It says mental and emotional resilience. Overcoming emotional challenges like heartbreak or failure can build grit and wisdom. This is often called post-traumatic growth, where individuals emerge with a deeper understanding of themselves and their limits. Okay, so I'm gonna grab that real quick. Okay, I'm gonna grab that real quick. Um, yeah, I'm just grab that right quick. I just searched up on Google post-traumatic growth, or PTG, is the positive psychological transformation some people experience after struggling with a traumatic event, leading to greater appreciation for life, stronger relationships, and right, when you go through that shit and you see that the Lord is still dealing with you, that the Lord is supping with you, as a matter of fact, you even more in the spirit, you even more on fire, that's gonna boost your faith even more. You can be like, hell yeah. You see, how about Shema Shai? He, he with me still. Because a lot of shit'll fuck people up, man. A lot of shit that the Lord puts us through, it'll fuck these regular people up, man. You see? And I got a quick testimony. All right, this dude I knew in the world. All right, this dude. Well, I don't talk to him no more. But this dude, pretty much he would always complain to me about, his girl or a girl, that he wasn't even dating no more. And how this girl, he's in love with his life and whatnot. This dude never recovered from that. He was still talking about it 2 years later after they done broke up, man. You see? That shit is, 2 years, this nigga was still heartbroken. This nigga was still depressed, and no wonder, like, no wonder that girl done left you, man. You fucking weak as hell. You weaker than a motherfucker. No wonder she done left your ass, man. But you see now this nigga went through a deep depression. He wanted to kill himself and this, that, and the third. Man, you gotta get the fuck from around them people, man. Straight up, because them people will tear your ass down, man. You see, and that's what I started to realize through the spirit because I went through the same shit, man. You see a heartbroken shit, You see, I went through the same thing, man. But the difference is I had Yahweh Shemi Al Shai with me. So instead of moping around for fucking 2 years, the Lord dusted me off. He said, "Girt yourself like a man. It's like you show yourself a man." You see, you gotta girt your loins like a man, bro. You gotta show yourself a man to Yahweh Shemi Al Shai. Because that's what he told Job. Ain't none of us went through the shit Job went through. You see, and the Lord told Job to gird himself up like a man, show himself a man. You see, so the Lord needs us to show ourselves men. He don't want no pansy ass individuals that get heartbroken over a bitch and stop doing the ministry. That's why that's one of the main things, okay, that the Lord put his servants through. because the scriptures say that roughly paraphrasing, she destroyeth kings. And what are we? A nation of kings and princes, right? We are saints, you see? So that's one of the main things the Lord will put brothers through, that woman trial, you see? All right, what happens if I break this dude's heart? What are you gonna do? Let's see if I take her away now. Let's see, is he still gonna serve me or is this nigga gonna bug out? Oh damn. Oh, he's still praising me, huh? Okay. Let me give him some more of my spirit, because I know I can trust him now. He knows what it means to lose something. Now let me put more of my spirit on him. He's still what? He's still praying to me? He calling on mercy after I done did this? Okay. I can deal with that. But if you just a pansy ass nigga cussing the Lord out all of a sudden, you don't believe, you don't want to do the work, all of a sudden you can't go to camp because you fucking heartbroken shit. Hey, the Lord ain't gonna deal with that, man. He wants men, he wants warriors. The men of old, when they was at war, you think they want a fucking nigga who's already depressed? Nigga, you can't have that in the battlefield, man. Hell no. This nigga already suicidal. He gonna take your ass with you. You see? When you watch these movies, 300, you think they had niggas, out there they was already depressed and shit. No, man. This dude, there was a scene where this dude saw his own son get his head chopped off and he was on a rag. He started killing motherfuckers and then he eventually died. But, it showed you that the Lord needs men, warriors, man. You see, he don't want no pansy ass individuals that'll get their heart broken and all of a sudden that's it. That's the end of the road. Nah, man. Okay, it says leading to greater appreciation for life, stronger relationships, increased personal strength, changed priorities, and deeper spirituality, going beyond mere resilience to find new meanings and possibilities, often coexisting with PTSD symptoms as individuals reframe their lives. It's a process, not an instant outcome, involving reframing the traumatic experience into a personal development. Right, man? So the Lord will put it through this so that we can get over a certain barrier, man. All right, sometimes you might seem to plateau. Pray to the Lord that He put you through a trial, man. Because that at the end of that trial, you're gonna be growing. I mean, it's beautiful how the Lord happens. I've seen this within my own self. Oh shit. The Lord put me through a traumatic experience, and all of a sudden, through the spirit more often, the water help I shit me, I was shot, man. That's why the scriptures say that for the present time it don't seem joyous, but afterward it yield the peaceable fruit, because now you at peace. You overcame that. Now you stronger. You can be by yourself. You see? Obviously, with the Akim, but in the sense of fighting your own fight. You see, the Lord may have it so He can give you a woman to take you from the end, but you gotta be able to, hey, push come to shove, you gotta be able to leave her ass. And that's what the Lord puts through this, because brothers have children, brothers have families that they can go home to. You don't think that's gonna be a hard thing to sacrifice? You see? But the Lord will put you through these trials and tribulations so that when it's time to go, you fucking go. You see? So now I'm going to go back to the book of Psalms, chapter 51. All right, and I'm going to go to verse 6 again. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts. You got to be true to yourself, man. Do you really believe in this thing? Are you really pretty much, praising the Lord at all times? Are you believe in the Lord at all times? Do you believe the Lord can give you out of this, get you out of that? Do you believe that the Lord can work miracles, man? You see, do you believe that the Lord can give that woman back to you or give that child back to you, man? Because what did He make Abraham do? You know, Abraham had to sacrifice Isaac. He was like, hey, if the Lord want to give him, I know the Lord can give him back to me. And that's what the Lord wanted. He wanted to see Abraham. Like, okay. See, and then He let him keep Isaac. You see? He's like, okay, now I know that you really believe in me. Now I know that you can sacrifice. That's the name of the game, man. Sacrifice. Yeah, it's all about discipline, man. You see, because you have motivation shit, you know what? Where the fuck is the motivation at, man? Where the fuck is the motivation at when you wake up every day and you have to do the same bullshit over and over again? Where is it? There's no fucking motivation in that, man. This road is a long, fucking hard, long road, man. You need discipline. You need strength. No fucking motivation. Motivation comes and goes, man. Happiness comes and goes, man. But that discipline is what you need. That discipline with the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Al Shai needs. It's in the word disciple. You see? Disciples were disciplined. Okay? You wanna be heirs to that kingdom. What are Yahweh Shai go through? You really think you're not supposed to go through a trial? If you're in that spirit where you don't think you should be going through that, if you don't think you're not in the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, because Yahweh Shai knew what he had to go through. Yahweh Shai said, "This is the cup that I gotta drink of. Hey, so let it be done." That's the same spirit you gotta be. Oh shit. Damn, I might have to get my head chopped off. Okay, well shit. Damn, I might have to leave my family. Oh shit. Okay, let it be done. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And you have to have faith that if the Lord wants to, the scriptures say, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy on. You see, so the Lord could have mercy on your family. But if he doesn't, be thankful that he has mercy upon you, man. You see? It says, and in the hidden part, thou shalt make me to know wisdom. You're gonna be wiser, man. That's why these things, that's why the elders and apostles are so wise, man. They speak from experience. That's why it's very important to listen to the elders and apostles and brothers who are more seasoned than you, and listen to other brothers, all brothers. Every brother has their own testament, and every brother has their own trials that they went through that you can learn of, man. You see, that's why the brotherhood is so important, because when you end up going through that, the brother can give you some sound advice, man. Hey, shit, I've been through worse, brother, and he can give you some advice, man. Do this, don't do that. Say you get an illness. Shit, you fucking sicker than a motherfucker. Oh, hey, brother, I know what can help. You got some type of stomach virus. Hey, brother, drink this ginger, drink this, drink that. You'll be good. Next thing you know, yo, shit, you pray, oh, shit, I feel good. You see? Purge me with the hyssop. All right, now I want to grab that word. Okay. Which is a small, bushy, aromatic plant of the mint family, the bitter, minty leaves. And that's what I wanted to use, the bitter. Okay? Because it's a bitter plant. You see, it's a bitter, minty plant. And what did the scriptures say? You got to eat the whole roll, the bitter and the sweet. This thing isn't just a thing of just saying it with your mouth. You really got to live this thing. And it's something that not a lot of people can do, man. That's why it says, roughly paraphrasing, that only one man can walk it at a time. That's how narrow it is. You see? Purge me with the hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. We know that white means what? Pure. You're gonna be pure, man. So you gotta be thankful. Like the book in Philippians chapter 1 and verse 28, I believe. Okay. 28 and on down in the GNT, it says, uh, roughly paraphrasing, pretty much to be thankful to be able to suffer for Yahweh Shai. You know? It says, make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. How beautiful is that, man? The bones that the Lord broke. Your heart, shit. You think it ain't easy to go through that shit, man. Straight up, it ain't easy to damn uh go through this, go through that. You're like, shit, man, this shit fucking sucks. But you gotta go through it. You see? All right. So that's pretty much all I wanted to get, man. I don't want to make too long of a lesson, but Lord willing was edifying. Lord willing, was uplifting. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. The honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who taught me the truth and sincerity. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the hopeful elect, walk, watch, while listening in truth and sincerity. With that, I say,